Machine of Coe will be third. Kelly will hang on for the fourth, and Hopper will squeeze on up into that top five finish. The 8 of Andy Krakalici. The 9 is Ed Mazader, road in Largo, just west of the Speedway. Then US 19 North, just north of Parkside Mall, and the US 19 in Newport Richey, also West Hillborough Avenue in Tampa. So Winghouse Bar and Grill here in the Tampa Bay area is ready to serve you in whichever direction you live. All right, nice and even start out of the corner. There they go. It's the 58 of Krakalici and the 9 of Mazader. Out of turn 2 down the back stretch. The advantage goes to Krakalici in the 58. Now Mazader trying to squeeze down in with him. Rodkus in the 36 coming up underneath. Gives a little room. Now Mazader loses it coming off of turn number 4. Somebody well off the song. Here's a 36 of Rodkus, gets turned around. He comes together with a 65. Now the 41 is tied up with the... All right, we refire him in turn 4. The 58 of Krakalici trying to hold off the hard-charging Valdez in the 40 on the outside. They're 3 wide in the corner. Sermons in the 05 takes the lick on the outside, but hangs on. The 55 of Zimmerman down on the bottom. Taylor comes through, trying to sneak up into the 5th spot, while the 04 of Meyer falls back into the clutches of the 1 of Zolciak. Still up front, side by side. Door handle to door handle. It's the 58 of Krakalici, the 40 of Valdez at the line. They're still bumper to bumper, nose to tail. Here comes the 55 of Zimmerman through on the bottom. He'll squeeze up past Valdez now to take over that 2nd spot. Down in the corner, it's still the 58 of Krakalici hanging on. Zimmerman all over the back bumper. Here comes Taylor and Sermons as they come out of turn number 2. It's still the 55 of Zimmerman trying to mount the challenge on the bottom. Krakalici runs it in hard, trying to hold him off. They'll both be sideways off the corner. Zimmerman taps him slightly as they both try to regain control, and Zimmerman will pull out into the lead with Taylor close behind. Sermons will come through to catch 3rd, and Krakalici will slide back to 4th. Valdez hangs on for the top 5 as they go through lap 6. 2 laps left to go. Out front, it's still the 55 of Zimmerman. A lot of hard-charging action in this one. Mazader making his way back up. I believe he's in the 6th spot now. Zimmerman still hanging on. Lap traffic in front of him. 1 more lap to go. Taylor trying to mount a charge, but Sermon's all over the back bumper of the 5 machine. He'll make the look on the outside as they come around to take the checkered flag with the lap traffic in the middle. Zimmerman will finish it on top. Taylor, Sermons, the 58 of Krakalici, Valdez, and then Mazader. So a good finish for the number 9 after the... Next, Street Stocks, sponsored by the Auto Trader magazine. It's the original ad magazine in this area, and you can pick one up at convenience stores all over the Bay Area. Stop by, pick up an Auto Trader magazine, and you might find that perfect set of wheels you've been looking for, or you might be able to get rid of yours real quick. It works fast. Give them a call, 530-5656. That's 530-5656, the Auto Trader. Green flag, and we're racing in heat number 1, Auto Trader Street Stocks. Down into turn number 1, it's the 41 of Kowalski trying to hold off the 35 hard-charging Cool Joe. Joe Cool goes to the inside to get together a little bit. Everybody slips and slides trying to dodge him and hold on. Joe still trying to hang on out front. Here comes the 42 machine of Walsh down on the bottom. He'll challenge the 41 of Kowalski for 2nd. Now Kowalski slipping and sliding and gives the 20 room to run underneath. Steve Alone comes up to take over 3rd. 8 go forward. That's all we got is 8 of them going forward in this one, and they're fighting tooth and nail for it. Out front, it's Joe Cool in the 35. Joe Smith getting it done. Well out in front now as the 20 machine pulls out into the 2nd spot. Steve Alone is alone in 2nd. The 41 machine of Kowalski still hanging on to 3rd, but here comes the 6 of Kidd as he'll challenge. Next time by, we'll be halfway through. 4 laps down, 4 laps left to go. Kidd gets the bottom run on the 41 of Kowalski. Here comes the 8 of Hinault. The 26 of Cecilio sitting there waiting for his opportunity to get by. And right now, the last transfer spot is the 42 machine of Walsh. The 07 of Floyd challenging for that. As we go through lap 5, 3 more times around. Out front, it's still Joe Cool, Joe Smith. He caught me yesterday, said, "You got to call me Joe Cool all night. I hate that Smith stuff." So we give them what they want. It's the 20 of Alone trying to mount a charge now. He'll pull up closer and closer to the 35 machine. Down the back stretch, Ed Kidd trying to track him down. Not much left in this one, though. Hinault in the 8 safely into the 4th spot. Back behind there as we take the white flag. They're still fighting it out for that final transfer spot. The 07 of Dave Floyd has it. Out of turn number 4, though, it'll be the 35 machine of Smith. He'll get it at the line. The 20 of Alone, 2nd. Ed Kidd, 3rd, and Hinault, 4th. Rounding out the top 5 will be the 26 of Cecilio. Jandel, she'll be out in the 10th. All right, Mangle and Graham bring him off of turn 4. Green flag flies, we're racing. 8 cars go forward to the feature event. It's the 88 of Mangle getting the early jump. Here comes the 4 of Graham pulling in behind him, slipping and sliding out of 4. Garabrand in the 91 in 3rd. Behind them, there's 6-pack, 2x2x2. Carver on the bottom. Now the 40 of Davis takes a look under there. No, that's Heingardner. Excuse me. The 40 is Heingardner tonight. 27 of Coons pulls in on the bottom row. He'll be in the 6th spot. Down the back stretch they'll go with the 88 of Mangle still showing the way. Not much separating the top 9 cars. Down the back stretch now, the 4 of Jason Graham gets to the look out front. He'll get the lead as we go through the halfway point. 4 down, 4 laps left to go. The final transfer spot right now goes to the 40 of Mike Heingardner. 3 wide. Oh, that won't work as Coons tries to get out of the... Backs out of the brakes hard, but catches the bottom of Carver down in the corner. 3 wide. It just didn't work out for him. Down the back stretch we'll go. Carver finally gets her fired up and out of the way, but we'll go caution to slow everybody down. See if he can make his way up to that 8th spot. Jason Graham leads him around. Green flag waves. We got 3 laps left in this one. Graham, Mangle, Garabrand, and then the 53 of Bynum feeling the challenge of the 0 of Jim Matthews. Here comes Heingardner in that 40 machine. Coons in the 27. Makula in the 56. As all 8 of those cars are safely in the show if they can stay there. But here comes Carver trying to track them down with a lap and a half left to go in this one. White flag flies for Graham. Down into turn number 1 they go. Heingardner looking tough on the bottom in the 40 machine. Here comes Coons in the 27. Garabrand safely in the show. He'll take it on the outside at the line. It's still Graham, Mangle, Matthews, and Heingardner with Coons, I believe, catching the top 5. Now, I've been given a note here. It says a special. The 61's Mark Cooper. The 33 is Ron Campbell. The 9's Dan Partolo. The 80 is Jimmy Hool. The 32 is Scott Charles. The 52 is Robbie McCullough. The 47 is Richard Stewart. And the 30 is Bill Gerhardt. Green flag flies, and we're racing with Catarelli taking the early jump down the front straightaway. Steve Harbuck falls into second, but here comes the one machine of Hall on the bottom. He'll sneak up, see if he can get enough room underneath the 92 down the front straightaway. He'll challenge again for that second spot. Jimmy Hool hanging on in the 80, high on the outside up against the wall. Gerhardt looking for the chance to get by. Hall into second. The 92 of Harbuck hanging on to third, but he'll be feeling the heat of the 33 machine of Campbell. Here comes the 61 of Mark Cooper and the 9 of Partlow as the 47 of Richard Stewart gets turned around in the bottom of turn number 2. Trying to get it fired back up and going. We'll go yellow. Joey Catarelli leads them down in the CD Roma 77. Hall Construction, number 1, right behind him. Garrett Brandt in the 92 and the Dolphin Marine 33, rounding out the top 4. Tracy Rumsey hanging on in the 52. Coming up, or excuse me, Robbie McCullough in the 52. Robbie McCullough still hanging on, getting tapped a little bit back there in the back. Trying to get it done. Now they're going to go 3 wide. Partlow stuck on the outside down the back stretch. Up front, though, it's still the 77 of Catarelli showing the way. Still 3 wide down the front stretch. Almost 4 wide. Down through 1. Now as we start to look for those qualifiers, it looks like the 80 of Jimmy Hool hangs on to that 8th spot right now. Up front, though, it's still the 77 of Catarelli showing the way. The 1 of Hall second. Looks like we'll get the black flag out on the 61. Something going sour on the car. Leaking some kind of fluid and stuff. So here comes the 77. For the white flag. Catarelli still hanging on out front. Take a quick look back. It looks like Partlow in the 9 squaws up into that 8th spot. The 30 machine turned around in 4, gets it righted. Bill Gerhardt, he'll get out of the way. And here comes the checkered flag for Joey Catarelli in the 77. As he'll take the now and pick up those tickets. Otherwise, you're going to run out of time as we get to intermission. Ticket of the 0s, Jay Steele. The 41, Chetson. Checkered flag. Yeah, we won't get a green flag this time. They're trying to get Dave's attention, let him know that he's not out in the right spot. Robbins and Jackson in row 2. As the green flag flies, and we will get underway. Out front, it's the 20 machine of Stanford jumping out to the early lead. Robbins trying to hang on down on the bottom underneath the 71 machine of Bartlett. Jackson stuck behind the 2 cars as he holds on to 4th. Fletcher, the 00, trying to make his way to the front. At the line, it's still the 20 of Stanford, but he's not pulling away from anybody as Robbins in the 88 pulls up on the back bumper. Here comes Jackson, the 73 on the bottom. Bartlett on the 71 still trying to hang on high on the outside. The 0 machine of Jay Steele in the top 5, but here comes the 00 of Dave Fletcher. 4 laps down, 4 laps left to go. There goes Pletcher in the 00. He'll take a look on the bottom of Steele in the 0. Runs her deep into turn number 3. Robbins now mounts the challenge underneath the 20 of Stanford up front. Robbins holding on at the line. He'll have that lap. Down the back stretch, he'll stretch it out a little bit more. Here comes Jackson with him on the bottom. Jackson deep and hard into turn 3. Gets her sideways. He'll hang on still to be underneath with 3 laps left in this one. Now Jackson once again sideways through 1 and 2. He'll fall back into the 3rd spot as Stanford settles up into the 2nd spot. White flag flies for Robbins. Down into 1 and 2 they go. It's still Robbins in the 88 out front. The 20 machine of Stanford 2nd. Jackson settled into 3rd. Here comes the 71 of Bartlett. And the 00 of Pletcher will wind up in the top 5 spot. The 51 will be Mike Heingardner on the pole. The 56 is Alan Summers on the outside. On the inside takes on the 56 of Alan Summers for the start of this one. The 1 and the 1X of Jefferson and Anderson in row 2. Try to stay with them on the start as we get ready. And they're fired up out of 4. Heingardner saves that one after he got run into down the front stretch. One of Taylor out front. Excuse me, the 1 of Wayne Jefferson out front. The 1X of Anderson trying to track him down. The 03 is Mihan in the 3rd spot. The 56 is Summers. And a black flag on the 56. Black flag on the 56 machine for the flat tire. So the 70 machine of Gershner, Jeremy Gershner, sneaks up into the 4th spot. Here comes the 17 of Aaron Trier. And 1X of Anderson sideways in the bottom of 4. He gets it straightened out, but here comes the 03 trying to track him down. Heingardner's trying to stay on the lead lap. Times around. Down the backstretch they'll go. Heingardner in the 51 stays up out of the way as the top runners stay nose to tail 1 through 4. Now Dreer gets sideways in 4, gives up the 5th spot to the 99 machine of Roger Stahl. Down the backstretch they'll go. This time by, white flag flies for the 1 machine of Wayne Jefferson. Anderson in the 1X still vying for that. Still vying for the Rookie of the Year honor. Trying to hold on to the 2nd. Now the 03 machine sideways. He'll hold up everybody. Here comes Stahl to sneak through for the 4th spot. And Dreer will wind up. Krakalici, the 51, Sandy Heingardner, the 02, John Mance, the 65, Chris McKeever, the 82, Tom Bennett, and the 45 of Paul Lucas. 20 laps, folks. One Stop Auto Parts Mini Stocks. Last call for the Thrill Ride tickets. Last call. This is it, Thrill Ride tickets. Meyer hanging on out front. Valdez trying to come through on the bottom, but boy, they're shaking it up back in the pack. Heads up everywhere. Bumper to bumper, door handle to door handle racing. Zimmerman on the bottom. He'll try to make the move underneath Kelly, but Coey on the outside in the 17 has other plans. The 05 of Sermon's trying to hang on. Nikens knocking on his back door. Taylor, Zolciak, and Hopper all on the bottom row, with Ellison, Pilo up on top. Down the back stretch, it's the 04 of Meyer trying to set the early pace. The 40 of Valdez staying deep on the bottom as they pull in closer to Meyer. The 16 of Kelly getting a good run down the straightaways into the corners. Zimmerman now clear into fourth. He'll try to chase down the 16 of Kelly. The 05 of Sermons and the 70 of Nikens get by the 17 of Coey. Down into turn number 3 and 4 they go. Now they're bumping and banging. Zolciak has to go to the rumble strips to get underneath the 17 of Coey. Through 1 and 2 they go. Meyer still out front. Valdez second. Here comes the 16 of Kelly. He'll mount the challenge into turn number 3. Got the little Pinto fired up and running. Zimmerman trying to follow him through. Sermon's trying to help push him along. Down the back stretch, it's the 04 of Meyer, 40 of Valdez, the 16 of Kelly, once again trying to mount a challenge on the bottom. Here comes Marty Nikens on the outside. He'll try to hook it up and go for the front on the high line. Down the back stretch goes a couple of cars that could be lap cars in the way here in a minute. Meanwhile, down the back stretch, Valdez takes a look underneath Meyer. Kelly settles into third. Sermons is snuck up underneath the 55 of Zimmerman and put him up on the high line. Slowly making his way by. Zolciak waiting for the opportunity to go with him. Now down into turn 3 with the lap traffic coming up. Meyer in the 40 feels the challenge from Valdez in the 40 cars, the 04 and 40. Now the lap traffic holds Myers up on the outside. Hopper off into the gravel and down through the dirt. Sandy Heingardner turned around down at the bottom of turn 2, but up front, it's Valdez in the 40 setting sail out front now with Kelly right behind him. Meyer hung up on the outside. The 02 of Mance high and out of the way. It's still the 40 machine of Valdez out front, the 16 of Kelly hanging on in second. Sermons in the 05, and here comes Zolciak in the 1. Zimmerman still hung up back there in the 6th spot, but now he's behind the 04 car. We're going to have a yellow come out now as Ellis in the 2 and the 24 of Thornton got turned around. All right, as we get ready to go back racing, Valdez leads them down through 4. Green flag flies. 10 more laps to go in this one. Kelly trying to hang on to second. Sermons squads up into the 3rd spot. Zolciak in 4th, and Meyer settled into the 5th spot. At the line, it's still Valdez, Kelly, Sermons, and Zolciak. In fact, the top 12 cars, nose to tail, single file. Nobody getting out of the line yet. Still 8 laps left in this one. See who warms up the tires, mounts the challenge. Here it comes from Kelly on the 16 on the bottom. He'll get underneath Valdez. Backs off, gives him enough room. Now he'll be cleared underneath him. Down at the line, it's Kelly in the 16 machine as he comes through. Warmed him up for a couple of laps, got those tires going just right. Now Sermons will try to mount the challenge on the bottom with the 16, but he pulls them down the straightaway into 3 and 4. He'll slide it high. Here comes Sermons on the bottom. At the line, it's still Kelly. Through 1 and 2, Kelly giving him plenty of running room. Now we got the 81 of Pilo tied up with the 93 of Beinecke. And it looks like they're not going to get him out of the way. Well, maybe they will. At the line, it's still Sermons in the 05, the 16 of Kelly. Here comes Zolciak in the 1. He'll stick his nose underneath Kelly in the 16. Down the back stretch, they'll wind up 3 wide with the lap traffic. Into turn number 3, it's still Zolciak on the bottom, Kelly on the outside. Now Valdez slipping and sliding in the 40. Sermons in the 05 starting to get a little breathing room as we go through this one. Still Kelly hanging on the outside of the 1 of Zolciak. Down the back straightaway, he'll mount a charge. Got it running good down the straightaway. He's got to work on the handle of the corners as we come to 3 laps left in this one. Pilo heads for the high side, staying out of the way of Sermons. Now bumper tag happening in 1 and 2 as they all back up a little bit, but it's still Sermons out front. Zolciak, Kelly, Valdez, and Zimmerman. Hopper, points leader, still trying to squeeze his way up into the top 5. At the line, white flag flies for the 05 of Sermons. Kelly in the 16, back on the bottom underneath Zolciak. He'll move up into the second spot. Zolciak will make the slide job down to the bottom, trying to make the run into 3 and 4. Still at the line, it'll be Sermons in the 05. Kelly will get the nod for second. Zolciak third, Valdez fourth, and Zimmerman fifth to round out an excellent, excellent race in the mini stock feature, folks. Give them a big hand as they come around. That's a lot. I'd like to remind you that the ticket sales will be cut off here shortly, so if you're down there in line, they'll wait and sell you a thrill ride ticket. Otherwise, you'll be out of luck. Speed, Brenda Lammer and Wayne Bowman. Out of it, starts to slow it down. Can't move in too quick because they always get ready to take those pictures. Well, Brenda, what'd you think?
It was great.
Would you do it again?
Definitely.
You want to drive?
No.
Okay. There you go, folks. Yeah, I love it. It's great. Yeah, you want to drive? Nope. Doug Hayes is getting ready to get in next. Now, Doug, you said that it was the second week you bought tickets. How many did you get?
10 tickets this week.
10 tickets last week, and you won?
And I won.
Did you get more tickets for this week, just in case?
No, not this week.
Oh, okay. Took a week off. All right. All right. Wayne Bowman going to do it to another one. Doug Hayes, folks. Wayne's getting braver and braver here. Next time, huh?
Yeah, sure will be.
All right. Did Wayne tell you his joke while he was driving?
No.
Okay. Have to get him to tell you that one. All right, first ticket's in my hand. Here we go, folks. The numbers are 4, 3, 9, 6, 1, 7, 5. 6175. If those are the last four numbers on your thrill ride ticket, make your way down to the flag stand. Ready to start this one without me almost. Street stocks. Let me set the front view for you. You got Ron Campbell 33, Dave Floyd in the 07, 27's Pete Kuhn, and the 9's Dan Partolo as we get ready to go green flag racing. Sounds like Mike Walsh in the 42 got the call. The 8 of Tim Hinault didn't make it out. So, green flag racing, Auto Trader Street Stocks, 20 laps. The early jump goes to Campbell in the 33, but here comes the 07 of Floyd. Back on him, the 9 of Partolo, doing a good job on the outside, trying to get it done. He'll squeeze up into the second spot at the line that time by. Still hung up on the outside, though. Pete Kuhn slipping and sliding. Hool get the look on the inside of him. Down into turn 3, they'll go and tap. Hool gets turned around now. He catches the edge of Pete Kuhn's pretty hard. Rounding out the top 5. Mike Heingardner driving the 40 for Ron Davis this week. Doing a good job as he holds on to the 6th spot. Back under green, it's the 33 of Campbell, still trying to hang on out front. Partolo in the 9 trying to chase him down. Jimmy Hool taking a look on the outside of the 07 as they come out of 4. Campbell sideways. The 07 really sideways as he's trying to hang on to it. He'll go down. Heingardner will catch him as he turns around. They'll bounce off each other, and he'll wind up turn sideways in the middle of turns 1 and 2. We'll go yellow on that one so we don't get anybody for your motorcycle. All right, we get back ready for racing here. We got 2 laps in the books. 18 laps left to go. Campbell fires them up through 3 and 4. Hool trying to get the jump on the outside of the 20 of Alone. At the line, it's dead even for the 3rd spot. There goes Partolo to the bottom. He'll get the run off of 2. Down the back stretch, trying to stay underneath the 33 of Campbell. Out of turn number 4, he'll make it stick at the line. It'll be Partolo, Campbell, Alone, Hool, and Heingardner. Back in the pack, they start to mix it up a little bit, nose to tail. Heingardner takes a peek on the inside of Alone, gives him room to get back down on the bottom. Now Heingardner tries to get off of turn 4 underneath him. Into turn number 1. Hool still hung up on the outside. Here comes C.J. Craver in the 12 and Charles in the 32. Partolo in the 9, down out of turn number 4. He'll finish lap 5 in the lead as we got 15 laps left to go in this one. It's the 33 of Campbell still holding on to second. Here comes the 40 of Heingardner to chase down the 20 machine of Alone into turns number 3 and 4. Craver getting through underneath Jimmy Hool in the 80 machine, and Charles waiting for his turn to get by. Here comes Kid in the 6. In the 0, it's Jim Matthews. Now Heingardner makes the move on the bottom, looking to make it 3 wide. Campbell hung up on the outside. Down out of turn number 4, still Heingardner on the bottom. Alone in 2nd, Heingardner 3rd. Partolo starting to pull away from the pack. Down the back stretch they go. Heingardner taking a look on the bottom of the 20 machine. Alone stays high, gives him plenty of running room. Off of turn 4, they'll be side by side at the line. Heingardner in the 40, really making it work tonight as he's run that Davis machine. Deep into the corners, getting a good ride out of it. Now off the pace, Campbell in the 33, way high, slowing down in turn 4. Heingardner in a 40 only has 10 laps left to go this time by. 10 more laps to go. At the line, Partolo in the lead, 10 down, 10 left to go. Ed Kidd feeling the heat as the 0 Jim Matthews makes the move on the outside. Now we've got the 90 to join the Saturday morning fun. So we'll keep you advised as what's happening with the AM radio stations. As we go back green, it's the 9 of Parlow trying to get some distance on that 40 machine of Heingardner. Mike Heingardner trying to track him down. The 20 of Alone is trying to hang on to third. C.J. Craver and 32 of Charles have different ideas as Hool in the 80 battles with the 6 of Kidd out of turn 4 for that 6th spot. Down the back straightaway they go. Parlow still hanging on out front. Heingardner waiting for his opportunity. Now the 56 is off the pace, stuck on the front stretch here. Don't know if he's got enough momentum to make the pits. Down the back stretch, it's Parlow. And it's going to be a yellow flag coming out to protect the 56 there on Alone. Now we've got the yellow and red out. (535-5445) for Party Bus and Private Party Catering. Speedy's pit stop after the races. All right, we're back at it one more time. Lap 12 in the books, working lap 13. Parlow and Heingardner's get a little bit of a jump on the rest of the field. At the line, it's still Parlow out in front. Parlow down the backstretch in the 9. Heingardner taking a look on the inside. He'll try to set him up for the pass on one of these next few laps. Steve Alone trying to hold on to third spot, but C.J. Craver has other ideas. Here comes Charles in the 32. He'll try to make it work. Down into turn number 3, it's still Heingardner in the 40. All over the back bumper of the 9 of Parlow. With 5 laps left to go, 5 more times around. Now they're hooked up together. Looks like the 4 and the 53 are hooked up. Now we've lost a wheel on the 07. So we'll go yellow as the 53 is got a... Here we go, back 5 laps left to go in this one. Parlow tries to get the jump. Heingardner trying to stay with him. Heingardner making the run out of 1 and 2. He closes up the gap a little bit as they pull away from the third spot of Alone. Craver and Charles still looking for the opportunity to get by and into the top 3. Parlow doing a good job hanging on out front. Heingardner trying to make the run. Inching ever so closely every once in a while, but slipping up a little bit in turn 1, I believe, kind of holding him up some. Looks like he may have a run on him this time, coming out of turn number 2. Can't quite get it done. Got 3 laps left to go. Make that 2.5. This time by, there's only 2 laps left to go. Cecilio on the outside, got the 77 machine underneath him, trying to hang on. That's Joey Catarelli coming from way back in the pack. He started back in the 23rd spot. Parlow in the 9, still trying to hold on. Heingardner trying to make the work. Should say make the move work, but it's still Parlow in the 9. Now Heingardner takes a look on the inside. He knows he's only got this lap and this corner to go. Here we go, folks. Down into turn number 3. He'll give him a little bit of room. Good driving there. At the line, it looks like it'll be the number 9 of Dan Parlow hanging on. Heingardner second. C.J. Craver third. Charles fourth. And the 20 of Alone settles into the 5th spot. And that's real good racing and driving there by those drivers. As we managed to finish that one under green for 5 laps. Real good racing. A big hand for Mike Heingardner, Dan Parlow, Charles, C.J. Craver, and Steve Alone. All right, sorry about that. Had to write a lineup change real quick, but we got the 51 of Heingardner should be on the pole when we get done with it. The 20 of Johnny Stanford, the 56 of Alan Summers, the 71's Barry Bartlett, the 1's Wayne Jefferson, the 88's Chris Robbins, the 1X is John Anderson, 73 will be Darren Jackson, the 2 will be Richie Anderson, the 03 is Tony Meehan, the 78's Mason Love, the 17's Aaron Dreer, the 0 is Jay Steele, the 99's Roger Stahl, the 41's Chet Sinikosov, the 70 is Jeremy Gershner, the 55 is Rick Kramer, the 00 is Dave Pletcher, the 52 is Jack Caffey, the 59 laps are on tap. Ready to go. So the 20 of Johnny Stanford in the 20 machine. He'll start on the pole with the 56 of Alan Summers outside of him. Bartlett on the bottom of row 2 and Jefferson on the outside. And the green flag flies. We're racing. Stanford on the bottom, Summers on the top. Down the backstretch they go. Now Summers gaining a little advantage through 3 and 4. Out of 4, he'll come with just a little bit of a lead. He'll clear the 20 of Stanford into 1 and 2. Down the backstretch they'll go. Watch for that 00 with Dave Pletcher in it. He takes the high line, trying to make some moves early. Summers still hanging on out front. Stanford in the 20, the 1 of Jefferson taking a look on the bottom. He'll tap the 20 and get him a little crooked down the backstretch. Bartlett in the 71 getting it done on the outside. Around the 88 of Robbins. Here comes Jackson in the 73, the 1X of Anderson, and the 0 of Joy Steele. Jay Steele in the 0 trying to move up on the 1X of Anderson. Meanwhile, out front, Alan Summers starting to show some distance between him and the second place of Jefferson. Stanford hanging on to second now after the bump and slide. Oh, the 71 of Bartlett and Robbins get together now. Jackson will get into him and turn him completely around. The 99 of Stahl just misses him on the outside. So up front, Summers trying to see if he can figure out where's the best place to make the start. Jefferson's trying to stay right with him. They'll fire it up in the middle of turn 3. At the line, Summers with about a car length lead on Jefferson. Down the back stretch, Jackson taking a look on the inside of the Stanford machine. He'll look down deeper on the bottom as they come to the line. Down the back stretch, Summers trying to stretch it out. Jefferson trying to track him down. Pletcher makes the move, gets into the 6th spot, but he'll have to run down the leaders as the 0 of Steele goes to the infield. Summers still showing him how it's done out front. Jefferson trying to track him down. Now we've got the 70 machine of Jeremy Gershner battling with the 78 and the 2. Richie Anderson in the 2. The 78 is the car of Mason Love as they battle it out for that top 10 spot. Summers in the 56, still well out in front. Jefferson trying to track him down. Jackson clear of Stanford now. Will try to move up on him as we come through lap number 10 complete. 9 more to go that time by, with 11 being finished off. Up front, Summers still showing them how they get it done. Jefferson still trying to reel him in. Jackson third, Stanford fourth, Anderson fifth, and Dave Fletcher in the 00 is in the 6th spot. Here comes the 70 machine of Jeremy Gershner, hooked up well, trying to chase down the 00 of Fletcher. He'll pull up on the back bumper as we go through lap 13. Down the back stretch, Gershner on the inside. He'll make the move around the 00. Down on the bottom, he'll get it done down the front stretch. And this time by, 5 laps left to go, 5 more times around. Heingarter at 51 trying to work the outside around the 55 machine of Kramer. Pick up another spot there. They're working hard down the back stretch side by side. Bartlett, the 71, trying to make a comeback after the spin. Here comes the 56 of Summers. He'll put the 90 machine of Mark McKnight a lap down. He'll get the 03 of Tony Meehan. This time by, Summers will see it. 2 laps left to go. 2 more times around. And we got the yellow out, the 1X of Anderson, and the 1X of Anderson. Leading him down. There he goes. He fires it up in 3. Green flag flies, and we're back racing. Of Anderson slipping and sliding high allows the 70 of Gershner underneath. Down the front stretch, 2 laps left to go for the 56 of Summers. Down hard in the corner they go. Jefferson, Jackson, and the 20 of Stanford get together, slipping and sliding. Gershner pulls up on him. Here comes Fletcher in the 00. White flag flies for the 56 of Summers down into turn 1. It's still a dogfight up front. Trying to figure out who's going to be in the top 5, but it's going to be the 56 of Alan Summers, the 1 of Jefferson, and at the line, it'll be Jackson on the bottom in the 73 getting the call. The 20 of Stanford, the 70. Summers! And the 7 of Steve Martin made it, so that'll be your field for tonight's Whiplash Dash for Cash. Some good runners there. Kelly had the Pinto wound up tight. So here we go. It's the Whiplash Dash for Cash. 7 laps, 7 cars, $200. Who's going to take it home? At the green flag, side by side into turn number 1, it's the 55 of Zero and the 70 of Nikens. Here comes Mackie Mongold in the 6 on the bottom. He'll make it 3 wide down into turns 3 and 4. Kelly in the 16 getting the little Pinto wound up, trying to squeeze his way up into 4th spot. Mackie Mongold gets the jump out front now. He'll set sail down the back stretch in the lead. Zimmerman in the 55, Marty Nikens in the 70. Not sure what happened there, but as they battled for the lead, Mackie Mongold took it down the back stretch on the inside. Coming through lap number 3, everybody trying to get their wits back about them and catch back up, see if they can pull back up on the back bumper of Mackie Mongold as he makes a big move down the back stretch to pull off into the lead past the 2 battling it out. Down into 3 and 4 they go, still nose to tail, bumper to bumper, the first 6 cars all together. Now the 58, oh, he'll head for the infield, and that'll just about do it for his dash. Down the back stretch, it's still Mackie Mongold in the 6 machine showing the way. 5 laps down, 2 laps left to go in this one. Sounds like the 45 of Lucas well off of the power song. He'll take it to the infield. Mackie Mongold just trying to hang on now. He's got one more lap to hold him off. One more time around. In the mini stocks, the 55 of Zimmerman trying to figure out where to mount the challenge, but he just can't seem to get up close enough to mount one. He'll run it deep into 3. Hope Mackie slips a little bit. But at the line, it'll be Mackie Mongold, followed by Zimmerman and Nikens. They'll be in the money, and Kelly will be out. Model lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, your Dash for Cash winner, Mackie Mongold. All right, as they do their hot laps. The 69 is Johnny Stanford. The 5 is Brian Leverock. The 51 is Buggy Pletcher. The 73, Billy Mowry. The 49, Donnie Stanford. The 20 feature, folks. 22 cars. Den Neighbor Jr. bringing them down. Dwayne Haynes on the outside of him. Denny Neighbor Sr. right behind on row 2. And Wayne Bowman on the outside. Green flag flies. Laverne lets him go as the 82 of Denny Neighbor Jr. gets the jump. Down the backstretch they'll go. Bowman on the outside, the 2. He'll get a good run down the back straight. On the outside of the 21 of Hayes. Out of turn number 4. They all make it through cleanly. Before O'Keefe machine of Jim Bonema having some problems in the handling, turned around in turn number 1. It's still Bowman battling with Haynes in the 21 for the second spot. Nothing much shaking out behind him as they're still side by side, door handle to door handle racing all the way around. Mowry saves it in turn number 2. Down out of 4 though, it's still Den Neighbor Jr. leading the way out front. As the 21 of Hayes get together with the 2 of Bowman, they'll slide into turn 1. Down the backstretch they'll go. At the line this time, it's Bowman out in front. Haynes settling into 3rd. Billy Bechtelheimer trying to hang on to 4th, but here comes the 56 of Wendell Overstreet and the 19 of Tommy Snader. Denny Neighbor Sr. on the bottom trying to hold his position. Overstreet on the outside trying to get it done. Down the backstretch they'll go. 5 laps done. Still got 25 laps to go in this one. Now the 82 of Denny Neighbor Jr. and the 2 of Wayne Bowman starting to pull away from the rest of the crowd. Now there goes Tommy Snader. He'll get turned around in turn 3 at the bottom. Yellow flag comes out and get their temperatures just right in the car and tires. And we're green flag racing. Timmy Moore gets sideways out of 4 getting on the gas, but he gets it straightened back out. Everybody's through the front stretch in one piece. Down the back stretch, looks like they'll make it through there. Out front, though, it's still the 82 of Den Neighbor Jr. feeling the heat from the 2 of Wayne Bowman. Wayne takes a look on the inside. Down the back stretch, it'll be the 2 of Wayne Bowman. Down into 3 and 4. He'll get underneath him. Out of the corner, slipping and sliding just a little bit. He'll take the lead at the line in the 2 machine. Here comes the 21 of Dwayne Haynes, the 6 of Bechtelheimer, the 56 of Wendell Overstreet, trying to chase him down. Now the 5 of Leverock, sideways out of 2. He'll lose 2 positions and hang on to it as Billy Mowry makes the move on the outside. Denny Neighbor Sr. caught up on the outside. He'll lose a few positions as the 51 of Fletcher goes by. Here goes the Leverock in the 5, and the 73 of Billy Mowry will take the bottom line under him. Out front, Wayne Bowman having it his way so far. Here comes Wendell Overstreet. He's underneath the 6 of Bechtelheimer. Down into turn number 3. He'll set his sights on the 21 of Dwayne Haynes. Down the backstretch they'll go. It looks like the 57 of Timmy Moore will take a look underneath Bechtelheimer in the 6 also. And Bechtelheimer hung up on the outside, starting to backpedal a little bit. Down the backstretch goes your leader. Sammy Coghill now underneath the 6 machine. Bechtelheimer having a problem with it on the outside, trying to make it work, just can't seem to get it under control. Now we've got the 49 of Stanford turned around in 4. The yellow flag comes out immediately. All right, back to green flag racing in the late models. Wayne Bowman getting the big jump this time. Denny Neighbor Jr. caught out just a little bit. They'll still pull away from the rest of the crowd as Dwayne Haynes in the 21 tries to figure out how to track them down. Overstreet in the 56 looking to make the move on Dwayne. The 57 of Timmy Moore right there trying to figure out where to make the move. Sammy Coghill taking a look on the outside as we go halfway. Ziegler pulls it to the infield. Halfway, 15 laps down, 15 laps left to go. Down the backstretch, Bowman showing them the way. Neighbors trying to track him down. Now they're starting to mix it up back there for the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th spots. They're running nose to tail. Pletcher on the bottom. He'll get underneath Stanford in the 69 out of turn 2. Down the backstretch, they'll be side by side into turn number 3. Richard Till in the 53 trying to hold them both off now. It's the 21 of Dwayne Haynes headed for the infield. Now Stanford up against the wall high in the 69. He'll take as they bunch him up down into turn number 3. And we're green flag racing. Showing the way up front. He didn't get a biggest jump on this one, but he's still starting to stretch it out a little bit. Denny Neighbor Jr. trying to track him down. The 57 of Moore now in a much better position to get a run on him. The 56 of Overstreet, the 22 of Sammy Coghill still trying to figure out where to make a move. Now it's the 49 of Stanford in early for you. Here we go. Wayne Bowman gets the big jump out of turn number 3. Looks like Neighbors reels him in down the front stretch, though. Into turn number 3 they go. The first 10 cars still nose to tail. Make it the first 20 cars. Bowman still showing the way at the line. Neighbors Jr. second. Moore third. Overstreet fourth. And Sammy Coghill rounding out the top 5. Now Moore takes a look to the outside. He'll try and set Denny Neighbors Jr. up for the pass on the outside. It's the 57 of Moore trying to get it done now. Sammy gets a little help from the 6 of Bechtelheimer and the 53 of Till. This is not going to work out 3 wide in the corner, but Till backs out of it. Moore still working hard on Neighbors Jr. Down the back stretch they'll go side by side. Into turn 3, Moore will run it in deep and hard, trying to see if he can make the move around the outside. At the line, he'll get it done. Here goes Overstreet. He saw how Moore did it. He'll try to do it too. Down the back stretch, it's Wendell Overstreet. High on the outside, the 82 of Denny Neighbors on the bottom. 5 laps left to go. 5 more times around. Now the 49 of Stanford turned around one more time. Ziegler in the middle of the corner also as the yellow comes out to get everybody's attention and slowed down. Right on the back bumper. There they go. Bowman fires it up, and the first 3 will get a few car links on the rest of the pack. Down the back stretch they go. It's still Bowman out front. Moore trying to figure out how to make it work. He's only got 4 more laps to get it done. Overstreet in hard into turn 1, has to brake hard, loses a little momentum to Moore. He'll back up and make another run through 3 and 4. Sammy Coghill on the outside of Denny Neighbors Jr. He'll make it work high on the outside. He'll pull it up into the 4th spot. 2 more laps left to go. 2 more times around after this one. Timmy Moore runs it hard into 3, slides sideways halfway through the corner. Now the 18 of Worden turns around down the backstretch. Slowly catching up. There goes Bowman, and Moore still caught out just a little bit, but he'll stay with him out of turn 4. Worden pulls out of the pits right in front of the leaders. We'll see how that affects things. As Bowman goes into 3 and 4 full throttle, Moore right behind him. Andy Worden trying to stay out of the way. Bowman still trying to get it done. This time by, the white flag flies. 1 more lap to go with the lap traffic in front. How could this affect the finish? Worden sliding high. He'll come off the corner sideways, and that'll slow down Sammy Coghill's attempt to get around Overstreet. At the line, it's going to be the 2 of Bowman, Moore, Overstreet, Sammy Coghill, and Dave Pletcher play tag at the finish one more time. As Bowman. You know what they're saying, Wayne? They say you got all those hot laps at intermission. That helped. $272, $272. Meet the girls at the flag stand if you have ticket number 608468. Make that 9608468. As we go figure 8 racing, if you've got that winning ticket, make your way to the flag stand right away to pick up your $272. 9608468. All right, out front, it's Wayne Calkins in the 14 trying to hang on to this one. Hunault in the 8. The 0 is Joey Catarelli. Boswell in the 59 is behind the 10 of Wild Bill Rivard. We just lost the 78 of Bob Haig into the pits, and now, oh, excuse me, he's over in turn number 3. 84 Rousseau was the one that ducked. All right, we've only got 1 lap of a 20-lap feature done, so we still got 38 more times through this intersection. Wayne Calkins leading them down nice and slow. Everybody else running up pretty fast. Grasshoppers trying to build up some speed. As we go back, green flag racing. Davis in the 89 tries to make a move in the back of the pack on the outside of Grisby in the 28. Otherwise, everybody's nose to tail. Art Calkins in the 11, right behind Bobby Moctezuma. Out of the pits comes the 84 of Rousseau. He'll be the first one in danger. Take that back. Maybe it'll be the 30 machine of Bill Gerhardt as he goes through the X with Rousseau. Closing in. Up front, Wayne Calkins trying to show them how they get it done. Up in turn number 4, it looks like Bobby Moctezuma having some trouble getting the car back into gear. We'll have a yellow in that corner only. Keep running. He's well out of the way. There he goes. He got it underway. Now the 14 of Calkins, Hunault, and the 0 of Catarelli all starting to break away up front. They'll have the lap traffic to deal with, and that'll set Hunault out wide. Here comes Catarelli on the inside. They can't be 3 wide at some point there. Through the X, they'll go 3 wide. Now they'll get back to 2 wide. There goes the leaders on getting on through. Grisby pulls off in the backstretch. Gerhardt's off in the backstretch. Bobby Montezuma off in the backstretch. So problems arising early for some of them. The 14 of Wayne Calkins still showing the way as he and Hunault and Catarelli lead this one. Art Calkins finally gets free of the crowd into 4th. He'll chase him down as quickly as he can as we go through lap 6, working lap 7. 13 laps left to go. Plenty of time for lots of action in the X as we get them strung out around the track. Davis in the 89 trying to make a move on Wild Bill Rivard. The 36 of Hank Thomas trying to hang on, not wind up last because Ron Veller, Grasshopper in the 04, still trailing the field. Out front, Wayne Calkins now starting to feel some pressure as the 4 cars behind him, or 3 cars behind him, catch up and make it a 4-car battle. Calkins out front. Wayne hanging on to the lead. Hunault in the 8 trying to move in to make a move. Now we've got Carver off in the grass. Here comes Veller on the outside of the 36 through 1 and 2. Here comes the 14 and the crowd out of turn number 3. Veller's going to have to start worrying about it. These guys are running for the lead. They're not going to slow down. Calkins out front. Wayne's hanging on. Hunault coming out of the corner. Now Veller slows it down. Art Calkins makes the move on the outside around the Catarelli and Hunault through turns 4 and 3, back through the intersection. Just misses. Calkins trying to hang on to the lead. He don't want to let up too much. Hunault all over the back bumper. Back they come through the X one more time. Carver hard on the brakes. Just in time as Veller gets through. But next time through, the 4-car lead pack's going to be looking at Ron Veller right behind the 0 of Catarelli as Wayne Calkins gets up into the 3rd spot. So, Art Calkins in the 11 trying to make the move around Hunault in the 8. He'll challenge his brother Wayne in the 14 for the lead in this one as they pass back through the X again. Keep your eyes peeled on that X. The 4 lead cars breaking away and the 4 trailing cars of the back there. Whoa, one more time through the X. Veller trying to make it interesting as he's starting to gain some ground on the 8 of Hunault as he comes through. Now Wayne Calkins trying to hold off his brother Art in the 11. Art in the Cadillac trying to make the move. We'll see where he tries to make it. Catarelli in the 0 right there with him. We've got 3 4-car packs running in different ends of the field depending on where you're at, but back through the X they come. How did he miss that one? It's the 14 of Calkins. Here comes Grasshopper. He gets through there cleanly. Now Rousseau hard on the binders as he comes out of turn number 3. Oh, he's going to cut across. He makes it that time. Next time he'll have to think about it. Back they come through the X now. They got him sideways. Boswell feeling the heat from the 89 of Davis. The lead pack starting to catch up on Rousseau one more time. That'll slow them down a little bit. As the 86 of Thompson's having trouble getting through there early enough. Now Carver, he makes it through that time. Now the leaders catch up to the lap traffic. We'll see how that affects things. Rousseau will take the high line, give him plenty of room on the bottom. Nice driving on his part. As the leaders come back through the X one more time, there's only 2.5 laps left in this one as Rousseau just makes it through in front of Veller. This time by, there'll be 2 laps left to go. 2 more times around. Rousseau and Veller can't decide. So they make it through. Boswell all over the place. As they get to slipping and sliding, Rousseau still coming out of turn number 3, close to Veller. The lead pack comes through. This time by, it'll be the white flag. One more time to go around. One more time around for Wayne Calkins in the 14. Art Calkins in the 11 will be right behind him. See if he'll make the move in 1 and 2. Art runs it in hard, pushes his brother a little bit up in the corner, back through the X one more time. Off the corner he'll come, taking the inside line, back through the X, but it'll be Wayne Calkins, Art Calkins, Catarelli, Hinault, rounding out the top 4, and I believe Davis will get through for the 5th spot. Real good racing. Give him a big round of applause as they finish off with Veller. Art pushed him. Maybe he wasn't pushing him too hard. Headed for the exits, please be careful. Leave all the racing here on the track. Don't take it to the parking lot with you. But you should hang on. There's some great exciting action here in the ladies amateur enduros. Gives the parking lot time to clear out for you. Once again, folks, big hand for Wayne Calkins. All right, as I look through my women's amateur enduro lineup, well, the one to watch, I think, folks, is the 1X Donna Cropper back there in the back. I think she's won at least 2 of these, if not 3. The 17 of Helen Cartier is not doing too bad, if I remember right. Angie Grant, the 19, not doing bad either, so a bunch of cars back in the back of the pack going to be looking to come to the front. As Hartman and Higgins lead them down, they'll fire them up. Green flag waves, we're racing. It's the 05 of Kelly Fuller trying to make the big move down the front straightaway, and she'll make it work into turn number 2. She'll take the lead down the back straightaway. Looks like the 34 of Hartman having some problems down the back stretch. At the line, it's still the 05 of Kelly Fuller, the 76 of Higgins, and here comes the 99 of Sue Schulp down the back stretch. Schulp will have second. Cartier will already be up into third. Here comes Donna Cropper in the 1X. Fuller getting the big lead early. She knew she'd be chased down by those top runners. Trying to get it done. Now we got some smoke showing from, looks like the 27. Fuller in the 05 still trying to get it done. The 99 of Schulp, the 17 of Cartier, and the 1X of Cropper trying to set sail after. Now the Cropper and the 1X goes to the bottom. Down the bottom they go. The 99 of Schulp, Cartier and the 17, Cropper and the 1X. Into turns 1 and 2 they go side by side. Fuller's already into turn number 3. There goes the 27 machine towards the pits. Jackie Ashley, too much smoke from that one. As Fuller finishes lap number 4, Schulp in the 99 and Cropper in the 1X trying to track her down. Don't know if there was enough time left in this one. Still 10 laps, but there's a lot of a lead there. Now the lap traffic coming into play as the 41 falls victim to the leader. Belissanio in the 41 becomes the first lapped car. Into the mix, the 1X of Cropper, the 99 of Schulp, still trying to make up some ground on the 05 of Fuller. She's got off to the early jump and trying to make it work out for her. They're starting to reel her in slowly, but I just don't know if there's enough time left in this one. As they try to make it around the lap traffic of Debbie Belisano, down the back stretch, Cropper will make it easy. Here comes Schulp in the 99. But Fuller's got the Lincoln cranked up and running. as she tries to hold on out front. Through 3 and 4 this time by 10th lap, 5 laps left to go, 5 more times around. Now we got them together over in turn number 3, and we'll red flag it and bring it to a stop. Yeah, she's coming out of it. Everybody thinks she's just sitting. There you go. Squirts right out. Didn't take long. So that'll, we got turn 3 cleaned up, so now we can move down to turn number 1. So, Deanne having a tough night tonight. Late model. Green flag's up. We're ready to go racing. And we're racing. Green flag. So the 5 of Fuller still hanging on out there in front. The 05 got it. Here comes the 1X of Cropper. She's in second. And the 99 of Schulp is third. Cartier in the 17's fourth. Cropper trying to deal with the lap traffic. She'll go deep into 3 underneath them, trying to make up some ground. 12 laps down, 3 laps left to go in this one. Just not going to be enough time, I don't believe, as the 05 of Fuller still running good out here in the front of the pack. Uh-oh, smoke starting to show from the 1X now. Next time by, it'll be the white flag for the 05 of Kelly Fuller. White flag, one more time around. Cropper in the 1X did everything she could to track her down. Just not enough time left in this one. As they come to the line, it'll be Kelly Fuller in the Hot Rod Lincoln getting it done tonight. Uh-oh, down the backstretch, heads up. They're tied together. The bumpers got hooked up. Now they'll get them straightened out. Headed for the line, see if they can get them back around here. But that's the way they'll finish. The 05 of Fuller, the 1X of Hall, and the 99, or excuse me, the 1X of Cropper and the 99 of Schulp.